Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the High Value Agent Podcast, where we inspire people to create a better life through real estate. I'm pumped up. I want to share something with you guys because it's been heavy on my heart, heavy on my mind. One of my main focuses in my career is being able to help coach and train agents to build a business, okay, by design, not allowing their life and their business to be a uh, for them to be a victim of what is happening with the economy or the market, like for them to build a business that is sustainable, duplicatable, and profitable. And yet I still see, and this is even people that I coach, struggle in just doing the work consistently, right? The year that we're in, the market is a little tighter in our local market. Sales are down, and I'm looking at some of these people, and their sales are down as well, their personal sales. But then there are other people that I'm looking at, and they're up. Their sales are up. They're having the best year ever. And so I'm always trying to figure out, like, what is the challenge? What is the gap, right? Growth is in the gap. Well, we got to identify what is the bottleneck, what is the issue. Um, so really what I want to do is just kind of like just a lot of the conversations that I'm having, I kind of want to share those. And hopefully this is going to give you some context. Hopefully it inspires you to take action. And it may even hurt your feelings a little bit. And if it does, good, because sometimes we need some pain to motivate us to take a step forward. Okay. And you're gonna have to choose what you want your hard to be. You can make doing the work every single day, showing up, even on days where you don't feel like it, right? Like, I'm not in the mood to work today. Well, who cares? Get up, follow the plan. That is hard. I will admit that is challenging. That's hard. Or your hard could be you can't pay your bills and you're not able to make those investments that you want to make. Those opportunities come about and you're not in a financial position to capitalize on certain moves that can literally set your family up for life. Choose your hard. So let's unpack this. So there's been a lot of agents I've been speaking with, and I honestly believe that we, as a whole, as an industry, majority of us, we're shooting at the wrong target, and we're sitting there, we're questioning why the hell is my business down? Oh, it's the market. Okay, cool. Now we give ourselves an excuse, or we could say, oh, this client or that client or the rates or whatever it may be, right? But why are we going backwards? Why do I got to be a victim of the market? Again, we're shooting at the wrong target. The key to thriving in today's market, again, I admit it, it is a tough market. We're not getting any breaks. It really requires you to, step up, and you got to build and nurture relationships on a daily basis. That's the whole name of the game. Like, the key to thriving is being able to talk to people and build up a relationship and rapport and trust with those peoples. And then at that point, you got to maintain that over time. So what do what is like a easy thing that you can look at right now? Like, if you have a CRM, okay, I want you to open up your CRM. If you have people in your CRM, those are the people you need to be reaching out to right away. Right away. Reach out to the people in your database every day. Okay. I don't care if you got 10 or 50 or 50,000. Reach out to them. Build, maintain relationships. Build and maintain relationships. That is the name of the game in today's market. Okay. Now, I know that sounds easy. I know it sounds easy. Here's the challenge: when we fail to connect with those people that are in our CRM consistently, we lose confidence in the overall quality of that relationship, of those people in our CRM. Like if I know that Jane is in my CRM and we had a great conversation initially, and maybe we've had a few conversations, but I've been inconsistent in reaching out to her, and it's been a few months. When it's time, like if I were to call her today, reach out to her today, I'm probably not going to be as confident in our relationship, considering the fact we haven't spoken in several months. Conversely, if I was reaching out to Jane every couple weeks or once a month, and I was making deposits and helping her and seeing what I can do to help support her journey, whether it's providing information or clarity or just simply just checking in on her. But there's been engagement at least once a month between me and Jane. Every time I reach out to her, I there would be a sense of confidence that we have a quality relationship that is continually growing and becoming stronger. So it makes it easier for me to reach out to that person. Do you ever feel afraid or have any type of fear reaching out to the people you talk to every day, like your family or your close friends? No, because your confidence in that relationship and the quality of that relationship is high. But we were raised to believe in stranger danger. And the less we connect with people, the harder it is for us to reach out to them because we fear this one word, starts with an R: rejection. Excuse me. So if we're failing to connect with people consistently that are in our database, that are in our CRM, then our confidence in those relationships will drop. And then obviously that's going to lead to hesitation in reaching out altogether. Now think about that. You do that for several months. What happens to the people in your CRM? Are they buying or selling? Yeah, but not with you. Not with you. And then because you didn't put in that effort to cultivate that relationship, you naturally react in a way that's not helping you grow. As a matter of fact, we fall into a trap. We fall into this trap. I see it all the time. We fall into this trap of creative avoidance. Creative avoidance. And what I mean by that is we know in our integrity, in our own self-confidence, the belief that we have in ourself drops, the confidence that we had in the relationships with the people in our database drops. So now we're in this mindset of, well, let me find another way to avoid the uncomfortable moments of reaching out to these people in spite of how I feel. And I'm going to find a creative way or an activity that doesn't really help grow my business, but it's going to keep me busy. And we mistake being busy doing activities that are not needle moving. We mistake that with being productive. In the reality, those are two different things. So we're chasing the shiny distractions that give off the illusion of productivity. And the reality is, we're just sidestepping the work that is required of us, period. The work that needs done. We don't do what is required of us. And then check this out. Here's what we do next. And now We share the highlights on social media because not only do we want to find a way to avoid doing the work and to feel productive, right? Feel productive. We now want to post on social media all the highlights to make it look like that we are productive, to make it look like that we are winning in today's market. When if you were to pull up the actual numbers, you sold 4 homes this year, or you sold 2 homes this year. But if you were to ask your Facebook or Instagram friend, hey, how do you think agent one is doing? They're probably going to say, oh man, they're killing it this year. Why? Because we only post the highlights on social media as a way to get instant reactions from people that fuel our ego to make us feel like we are being productive. And we're just trying to make ourselves busy because ultimately, deep down inside, we know there is other work that is required of us to grow our business that we are avoiding to do, and as long as nobody knows it, we're good. We're good. And we play that game for as long as possible. It's pretty common and it's sad. Now, there was a, now these days on social media, man, people post anything, right? And it doesn't have to have a single ounce of reality or fact in the post. But I was in a real estate agent. I won't say the name of it, but I was in a Facebook group that was is for real estate agents to go in there, and it's a community where you can go in there, ask questions, all that stuff. And somebody made a post that it was like 90 to 94% of real estate agents this year in 2025 have not sold a single home yet. What? 90 to 94% so far this year have not sold a single home, not had a single closing. In other words, we're in May of 2025 and you're telling me like 90 to 94% of real estate agents have not brought in any income to their family, to themselves or their family so far, and it's been 5 months. How are they surviving? Now, sure, they probably have other jobs, or they probably have a spouse or girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever who's the breadwinner. Cool, 90 to 94% though. Oh my god! And then and the only reason why I share that is because I'm just like, wow, is it that? Is it really? Is it that bad? Like I know it's bad, but is it that bad? Like there was an actual data point, fact, that came out in 2024. 70%, 70 to 71% of real estate agents did not sell a home. It's mind blowing and it's real sad. But then I'm constantly asking myself, how come? How come? And I wouldn't be so curious and so devoted to trying to solve the problem in our industry if people around me that I'm coaching and training, even people on our team, if I weren't seeing them winning at a high level. Like literally this morning, we had what we call a winner circle. It's a daily huddle that we do here on our team. And we take 15 minutes, we come together via Zoom and we share wins. What's some good positive news, positive focus? Let's start the morning right. And then we move into like here are some announcements and here are some challenges, or what challenges do you have? We mastermind with a solution-based mindset to support each other. Okay. And we do all that in about 15 minutes. And this morning, there was probably like 5 or 6 people who raised their hand and was like, yeah, just took another listing. Yep, just set another listing appointment. just this and this and this. And I'm sitting there like, wow, this is great, awesome. But if I weren't hearing that every day and seeing it every day, that people are winning every freaking day, having like there's three people on our team who put $1 million on a contract last month. There's multiple people on our team this month who have 4 to 5 closings. Like, if that was not happening in front of my face, then I don't know if I would have the energy and the inspired, you know, mindset to be asking these questions like, how come? How come everyone's not getting these results? But I do understand business, and this includes real estate, is about 90% mindset, 10% strategy. Like if you have the mindset and the conviction to show up consistently, follow your plan, go home, and do the same thing the next day, if you have that mindset, the discipline, the commitment, if you took personal responsibility in your life, in your business, if you embraced accountability, if you did that stuff, which is it really starts with the mindset, right? Then you would be doing great this year. You would be doing great. So, simple approach. Identify the top 3 activities or actions that you need to take in your business that force growth. 3, just 3, okay? And I want you to make a firm commitment to follow through on those actions no matter what, okay? Commitment means it gets done no matter what. So what I'm saying is you're going to take 3 activities. You're going to write them down and you're telling yourself, I will not stop my work day. I will not go to sleep until these 3 things are done. And these 3 activities or actions need to be things you can control. And you're saying, I will not stop today until I achieve or execute these 3 things. Then just simply show up, take the action. And at the end of your day, review or recap how your day went. Maybe you got your 3 core activities done, but you didn't get your 5, smaller things that you needed to get done for the day. You didn't get those done. Cool. Well, recap, see how your day went. Now you can review, or after reviewing, now you can prep for the next day. And maybe those 5 items that you did not get done today, they move into the next day. But those 3 core activities, they're probably static. They become your next day's focus again. And you're just going to keep doing that. Listen, y'all, simplicity solves complexity. Our mind is wired to do what is complex. We believe that it can't be that simple. And the more complex it is, that's the right path. Your growth in your business organically will bring complexity. Okay. The reason why huge corporations are able to grow is because they've been able to take what was complex and simplify it because simplicity is scalable. So if you did 5 deals last year and you want to do 10, we call that scaling your business. And the way you do that, yeah, sheer raw action for sure. And you got to be perpetual in that approach. But further, it's simplifying the process. And here and check this out. The better you can do that actually shows how much you understand it. When you can simplify something, when you can take something that's very complex and simplify it, oh my gosh, you're showing your genius right there. Listen, y'all, keep it simple, follow the process, forget how you feel, do the work, take inspired action. It's all it takes, y'all. It's all it takes. If you can get uncomfortable, this is a pretty bold statement I'm going to say, but who cares? I'm going to say it anyways. This is how I feel. Okay. I believe this to be true because I'm a living example of this. If you can commit to doing this for the next 6 months, you will change the rest of your life for the better. Like literally, you're on one path right now. And it's the path, obviously, I don't know, maybe you're having a great year. Great. This is just reminding you, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Stay on the path. But if you are not getting the results that you want, that you desire, and you're in that season of like, you're just in a spiral, 6 months of just following what I just talked about will completely change your path. And I promise you, it will set you up. Matter of fact, the reason why I believe it will set you up is because in a down market, that is when the champions are made. That is when the champions are made. The champions are created during the time of uncertainty, during the times of challenge. Think of any superhero. They were forged through the pain and suffering, the times of, oh, I don't know what's going to happen next, or the uncomfortable feelings. Like that was when they were created. That was when they became who they now you look to as a superhero. Like just think of Iron Man. If you are familiar with Iron Man, in the movie Iron Man 1, he was obviously already he was a billionaire, I'm sure, at that point, right? Because he had a Stark Industries company. But Iron Man wasn't created yet. Iron Man was created, the superhero was created when he got captured and he was in the caves. He was lonely. He had limited resources. He was probably, I think he may have even been injured. And he literally was taking steps every single day to create that Iron Man suit that allowed him to escape. And then you know what happened at the end of the movie? I am Iron Man. He had to go through the pain to be able to uncover, hey, this is what I got to do. And then he did it. And then this is who I am now. Use what you're going through right now and understand here's your path. Here's the path. All you got to do is take it. And through this uncertain market, the downturn of a market, you can become a champion on the other side because you're experiencing what you're experiencing, meaning you're gaining experience. And if you apply what we're talking about, now you're building the habits required to be a winner. And when the market goes back in favor of you, okay, guess what happens to your business? Oh my gosh, it explodes. So look at this as an opportunity. This is an opportunity for you. The decision is yours if you want to take this opportunity, turn this or have this turn you into a victor, or you could take the route that most people are taking and be a victim. It's your decision. Okay. Period. Be strong, be perspicacious, understand sheer raw action solves everything. Have a plan, do the plan, despite how you feel, and you'll win. So, all right, y'all, put a bow on this one. Come back to this episode. This is one you got to listen to, especially on your days where you're not feeling it, right? Which, I mean, if you go 7 days, you're probably not going to feel like doing the thing for 4 or 5 of the days. Like, you're not going to wake up every morning and be like, oh my God, I'm so inspired, right? Motivation is fleeting. Inspiration, that could be something that's a little more and inspiration can come from honestly like your environment, right? Being inspired, but motivation comes and goes. You can't rely on motivation. Okay. But you can use an episode like this to give you the words that you need to be reminded of what is required of you. Okay. Because believe it or not, you do not have to be like everyone else. You can come out of this market and heck, you could be a millionaire if you do the right work. So, um, anyways, I'm here to support you. Anything you need, reach out. We will continue to be shooting great episodes. Going to have some great guests joining me here soon. So I'm excited about those conversations, some what I would consider titans in the real estate space. And it's always good because I'm constantly learning from people who again, I look at it as like they do it at a high level. And one thing I just ask is when you guys are getting value from these episodes, please leave us a like, comment, subscribe, leave us a review. Let us know how we're doing. If you want more context on certain things, do not be afraid. Join the Facebook group, High Value Agent. Obviously subscribe to the YouTube channel, the podcast. But this is about giving back to this real estate community because there's so much opportunity out here if you just make sure you're listening to the right people, you're in the right environments, and you're just taking action. So I want to be that force for good for you. So, all right, y'all, be strong, put the work in. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.